Hi everybody, in today's video I'm sharing with you my first makeup tutorial from start to finish. The inspiration today was a very glowy pinky makeup look. I'm actually going to dinner with friends in a few hours, so I just thought I would get ready for that with you guys. So I hope you enjoy. My skin is already moisturized. I took a shower a couple of hours ago, so I applied moisturizer straight away. But I will use this Guerlain Lure Primer. Don't think that everything I'm going to use today I actually absolutely love and recommend you to buy. This is one of those products. But I will list all the products down below, and I will put a little star next to the products that I really love. So the ones that don't have the star, don't even pay attention to them. I'm honestly just trying to use it up. I'm gonna apply a couple of pumps of this all over my face. It is very highly fragranced, and I did a full day wear test where I applied it only to half of my face, and there was no difference right after, and the foundation didn't wear better throughout the day. So it didn't do much to my skin. But I do feel that because it has just a slightly tacky finish, this next foundation I'm going to use, it's going to apply nicely on top of it. My favorite foundation right now is the L'Oreal Freshwear. I'm using the colors 130 and 125. I will mix probably 60% 130 and 40% 125. Just going to mix it on the back of my hand. My skin is not doing very well. I haven't been sleeping well, I haven't been eating well, I've been on a lot of antibiotics the past 6 months, so yeah, I really need to pick me up, that's for sure. Because I'm not going to work with very dark shadows, I'm going to move to concealing under the eyes. As you can see, I'm very blue here. It's mostly because my skin is very thin, so you can see all those little blood vessels. So the first product I'm going to use, it's actually from Tom Ford. I've had this for a long time. I'm trying to use it up. It's a corrector. I'm not sure how it's called, but I'll find the name for it, but it's in the color medium. It is very peachy. So it's great for canceling out anything that's blue. On top of it, I'm going to apply a tiny bit of Shape Tape Concealer. So when I blend out my concealer, I try to blend this portion where it meets the foundation the best, but I try to let it sit just a few extra seconds where I need the most coverage, which would be right here in the inner corner. Now, to help it quickly set, I'm going to apply the tiniest bit of Laura Mercier translucent powder, very little. Tarte Shape Tape, it's a very drying concealer, and Laura Mercier has a very drying powder, so I would personally never bake with something like this, and I think it's enough to just apply a very small quantity and set it beautifully. By using the same brush, this is from Zoeva, the Luxe Highlight. I use this for a million things, but don't mind me. I will apply a very sheer layer on certain areas, a very sheer layer of powder on certain areas of my skin. So just a little bit around here, on the nose. I don't want to take away all the dewiness of the skin though. Let's do brows next, because I hate seeing myself without brows. I only have a little bit left in this pencil. This is the brow definer from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color Caramel. I bought this when I had more redhead hair, but I do think that sometimes when you do a very warm eyeshadow look, it's nice to have a slightly neutral to warm brow pencil color, especially when your brow hair it's more neutral. So you can play it both with taupey grays or with something that's a bit warmer. See if I can see what I'm doing. Okay, brows are done. I know they look crazy, but I promise you when the eyeshadow gets on and lashes and everything, it's gonna look much better, okay? I will move on to eyeshadow because I feel like I want to see how the eyes look to be able to tell how much blush and bronzer and everything to use on the face. The first color I'm gonna go with is Love Letters from Mercier. This is, I think, a European brand, but I'm not sure if you can get this in the US. You probably can. So I'm gonna apply this into the crease. Just a little bit higher. I completely forgot to use primer, but it's okay. I have my Tarte Shape Tape, which has already set there, so it's completely fine. I'll take a clean brush just to blend out the upper edge even better. Okay. On the lid, I'm actually going to use a Super Shock shadow from ColourPop in the color Twitter Pated. It has almost like a soft gold shimmer, and you can apply this with your fingers or with a synthetic brush. To deepen up the crease, I will use from MAC Star Violet. This, I think I received this from one of my friends who does bridal makeup. She uses a lot of beiges and pinks and very romantic colors. It's a beautiful color from MAC. I will try to use this ever so slightly right here. I have a slightly hooded lid, so every time I place the brush right in the crease, I try to blend the color up just a little bit, just to push that lid back a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to take a cleaner brush and blend it out a little bit. On the lower lash line, I'm going to use again a MAC color. This is Guerlain. It's a bit softer, but it's still going to give that nice cast around the eye. So I'm going to use a little bit of Tatcha Skin Mist. I will apply this Festive Gold color from Mercier just in the inner corner. I do want to create a small little halo of brightness and glitteriness just on the center of the lid. So I will apply a very small amount of Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Fair Neutral. This is very bright. And then on top of it, I'm going to put something from Stila. Give me a second to check which color I want to use. I think the one I want to use, it's called Kitten Karma. It's a very pretty rose gold, bright, glittery shimmer. Can I describe it any better? I don't think so. So just right there. I could have put it right on top of the shadow, but I think if it allows the eyelid to show through, this gives it more of a pop. Okay, let's move on to mascara. Today I'm going to use the Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara from Marc Jacobs. This is a mini. I like it quite a lot. I don't really buy full-size mascaras anymore. The only one I would pay money for is the Bad Gal Bank from Benefit. It's amazing. But I receive a lot of minis in subscription boxes. Can you see what I'm doing? I hope you can. Okay, now I want to warm up my chest and the sides of my face with just a little bit of bronzer. And I'm going to use this one from Physicians Formula. It's the Butter Bronzer in the color Bronzer. I've had this before, but in their lightest color, and I thought it was easier to work with because my skin is quite fair. But I do like this one too as well. You just have to be a tiny bit more light-handed, otherwise it's almost like the Hoola. You know, Hoola is a bit too dark, too red for me, but the light version is much better. I'm just going to use it on the sides of the face. I don't want to contour because I want this to be romantic, soft, and girly. If I contour a lot, it's going to seem very womanly, and I already have pretty contoured cheekbones, so I don't want to make myself look more bony and older. I will pretend to contour my nose a little bit, but not really. So just very softly, I'm still working with that bronzer. For blush, I'm gonna use the Hourglass Diffused Heat color. It's absolutely beautiful. And then take back this bronzer brush and just buff it out and soften up. For highlighter, I'm debating between two, the Master Chrome from Maybelline and the Amrezy one. I like this because it's pinky, but I'm like, everything is pink, so how about we use this beautiful Anastasia Beverly Hills one. I'm gonna take this brush from Real Techniques. I think, what brush is this? It's probably a contour brush. And I'll apply it just right here. It's really elegant, especially in like night light. In daylight it looks, you know, a bit like too much, but if you're going to a night event, it's beautiful. Okay, let's move to lips. The pencil I'm going to use is from MAC in the color Staunchly Stylish. It's their Pro Longwear pencil, so it lasts a little bit better, but it is more waxy, so it's not so nice to apply. It's not that creamy pencil that glides on very easily. Let me zoom in if I can. If you want to increase your lips, try not to go over on the sides because it tends to look a bit clownish. You can ever so slightly increase it right here. I thought I brought a nude lipstick with me. I would have liked to have a pop of nude in the center, but I'm just going to use this Dior Lip Maximizer Collagen Active Gloss. This is in the color 2. On the Cupid's bow, I will apply a smidge of highlighter. And all is left to do is to apply a few little individual lashes. Let me see what I have with me. I have some duo glue, which I'm going to pop on the back of my hand. I need tweezers and lashes. So I'm going to take the lash, I'll pop it just in a tiny bit of glue, and then I'll place it on my natural lash, just at the root. It's actually much easier to do these on other people than on yourself. That's how I feel. Let me go through both of my eyes and show you how it came out. One thing I like to do at the end of any makeup look is take a wet Q-tip and just remove any foundation or any excess powder that I might have on my moles. This one, for example, I feel like it makes the skin look more realistic. I will apply a little bit of Skin Mist from Tatcha, but the same thing as the Guerlain primer. It's just here to use it up. I'm not a huge fan. This is the final look. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye.